So it's almost midnight and this fucking tent just broke. I hope this doesn't turn into my damn coffin. I really love camping. There's just something about being out in nature that just really works for me. Now the main problem I have with camping is like trying to organize the whole thing, like trying to get everyone's schedules to align. But I may have found a solution. Recently I was watching an anime called Cozy Camp, and there's a character, one of the two main characters, that goes camping by themselves. And I thought, wow, what a novel idea. Let's do that in Cape Town, one of the most dangerous cities in the world. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm at Berg River campsite, resort, whatever you want to call it. It's relatively close to me. I didn't want to go somewhere super far away because I just didn't want to. I don't know those places, so let's go with a place I'm familiar with. Yes. So it's like almost midnight, and this fucking tent just broke. Oh man, this is like so annoying. So I'm not too sure what happened, but I think the wind pulled like one of the pegs out of the ground, basically. So like it loops over into a peg, and it just like popped off the peg, but like that piece is still fine. So I got that back in, and like it's sort of fine. The problem is the other one. Okay, so the connector that like connects the fabric part of this tent to like the plastic part that connects to the pin that goes into the ground, that thing just disconnected. It just like snapped. Honestly, it's not too bad because it's got that like dual connecting thing. And I made sure that, well, it just happens to be that the under part is the part that's like fine, and the top part is the thing that's messed up. So at least I know that the tent won't collapse on me without like great effort. But there is an air vent on the top, so like if it does collapse on me, there will still be air inside this fucking thing. I hope this doesn't turn into my damn coffin. If this thing does like get any worse, I'm just going to sleep in my car. I'll just like sleep on the back seat or something, because I have absolutely no intention of like fighting this thing. Also, the air inside my blob mattress is coming out. I know it's been blown up for like hours at this point, but like I'm essentially sleeping on the ground here, and it's the ground. It's like compact sand. Just okay. The blob mattress I'll probably use even if it's completely deflated, just to give me some barrier. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to try to go back to sleep now, and then I will catch up with you guys again in the morning if I'm still alive. It's morning now. Fuck. It's like 7:30. I got up at about 6, just because I thought I was gonna get up early so I can start like recording and stuff before everyone else wakes up. Holy shit, people get up early. I got up like 5 times throughout the night. Couldn't sleep, sort of. But it's like really nice and peaceful here, so it didn't like really bother me, because I could just sort of find my way back to sleep. I feel gross. Like I didn't shower last night because the showers here are pretty gross. I mean, it's a communal shower. It's obviously gonna be fucking gross. Hey, I'm back. Okay, so it's a couple of days later. Obviously, I'm back in my room. We're gonna talk about what happened there. So during the night, my tent's connector snapped, and yeah, I didn't die. It didn't turn into my coffin. So when you're going camping by yourself, there is a couple of things you need. The initial setup is a little bit expensive, but you do sort of reuse it a lot, so you don't have to pay this each time you go camping. And yeah, I do recommend going a little bit cheaper for your first time, just so that if you don't enjoy the experience, you can just sort of not do it again without feeling bad you wasted all that money. So let's get into what I paid for my first solo camping trip. So starting off tent, you're gonna need a tent. My tent was only 300 Rand, which works out to $16. It wasn't a good tent. It was pretty bad quality, but yeah, I only paid $16 for it, so I didn't mind that much that it broke. But yeah, it would be like nice if it didn't break. I did buy another tent because I'm going camping again this weekend. Yeah, and that was like a lot more expensive, but yeah. Sleeping bag. I had a sleeping bag, but I remember I paid 250 Rand for it. That's $13. But that was a couple of years ago. We needed it. So when I go on holiday, I don't sleep in the bed. You don't know who slept in the bed before you. You don't know if the sheets were washed properly and everything. So I climb in a sleeping bag on the bed. We needed an undertop for like underneath the tent. I know some tents don't really require undertop. It's just thick enough. I know my new tent doesn't, but this tent definitely did because like any sort of focused pressure on the tent could have like poked a hole. That cost me 200 Rand or $10. Then the mattress. We had this mattresses for a while. I don't know how much we paid for it. I think maybe I'm gonna say 250 Rand, like $13. I didn't bring a pump. I had to borrow a pump from the people camping next to us, and they were really nice. I think there were a couple, but yeah, they let me use it, and yeah, it was pretty nice. Very sweet people. I really appreciate that. Chair table. I didn't buy one. I sat on the ground, right? And like if I needed a surface to do anything, that just was my lap. I just used my lap. But I did buy a braai stand, or just like a fire stand. They do have like these little circle things that you can braai in. But firstly, I don't know what was cooked in there. Because like I have to eat halal and you're not sure if that thing is halal. And secondly, it was rusted. Yes, I understand that you can't make a fire in a galvanized thing. You'll probably die from like lead poisoning or whatever you call that. But yeah, I'm not going to cook in something that's rusted. I feel like you'd get sick from that as well. That was 200 or $10. Everything was like relatively similar priced, so like it was okay. I bought a gas cooker for $350. That's $19. Okay, and you needed gas for it, but like I don't. That can was like really cheap, so I didn't mind. You can reuse the gas thing. It's not bad. I really like this thing because you can use it in the house if you, for some reason, don't have a stove. We have a stove, but if I didn't have a stove, I'd use this as the stove. And then a pan. We needed a pan for the house. So like I was gonna buy a pan anyway soon, so I just bought this small one for now. It's not like a braai pan. It's not like something that you can put on a fire. It's got like a proper silicone handle and shit. So it's gonna melt if you put it on like super high heat. But I thought, you know what, I'm gonna use this to make my coffee. Then like put water in there, boil it like that, because I wasn't gonna take a kettle with. I forgot cups to put my coffee in, like a coffee mug. I didn't have one of that, and I remember packing a travel one in so that I can make my coffee in the morning. I just didn't. This also might be one of the reasons I left kind of early. But the pan was 170 Rand, which is $9 or like 9 something. All of these are just rounded. Like, by the way, it's all really rounded. It's not close to accurate. Or it's like the whole number is accurate, but not the like cents. And then food, spent about 300 Rand on food, but that was because like we wanted a lot of snacks and like cool drink and stuff, so that was cool. But like 300 for 2 people is not too bad. So that's $16. I also bought wood and charcoal and like blitz and stuff. That came out to about 200 Rand or $10. But I barely used any of it. Yeah, I still have most of that stuff left. And then also, entry fee for the day for a camper was $190. And then like $50 for the bathroom key. But that was like deposit, so you get it back if you give the key back. Bathrooms are fucking awful. And then day pass, I think it was like 100 Rand. Either way, it was quite cheap. Total price, 2,460 Rand. That's a pretty big sum, but 1,770 Rand is things I can reuse, so I won't have to spend the money again. Okay, I will have to spend money on buying a new tent, but like, yeah, other than that, these things can be reused. It's not a recurring expense. It's like 500 Rand or $26, like recurring, that I'll have to pay to go, and that's like dirt cheap compared to some of the places that I've seen. Total dollar amount was $100. That's the thing, things are really cheap in South Africa if we compare to like other places in the world. It's like $100 will get you like 3 meals in America, and then it's done. South Africa, $100 will get you one of the best weekends that you've experienced. So yeah, that's how much it all costs, right? if you want to try it, I do recommend like do your research first, but like give it a go. It's not a bad experience. It's a great fucking experience. I genuinely enjoyed it. I know like I'm always like kind of doom and gloom and like seeing the negatives in my videos, but like I genuinely really enjoyed this. But anyway, this was a wonderful experience. I do recommend it. I can't wait to go again. I am going again in like 5 days. But yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this. If you want to like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff, go ahead. It's not for me to tell you what to do with your life. Except maybe call your mom. Bye.